Summer Cup action for today's content trainers, and we're gonna use a Blizzard version of Whiskas to cool down our opponents since they're getting a little bit of extra heat from their team. So Blizzard is definitely gonna help us a lot against our opponents. Not only it is gonna provide some pressure neutrally against the entire meta, but also it is gonna give you a much healthier environment on the safe sweet spot, because even a grass type now can easily be nuked down by your move. So this is a mud boy, a pretty strong one that can still do a ton of work over your opponents. So right now we're just gonna survive the following move while we can still answer back at them with a mud bomb. Down goes almost that Vigoroth, and we're gonna take the chance here to farm a little bit extra with Emolga. Emolga is an amazing closer in the current meta of Summer Cup, and I guess that even mud boys cannot withstand the damage of that acrobatics. This Pokemon hits like a truck, even though it looks like a little fairy, but still the damage output is crazy. Now I'm just gonna block whatever move they throw. It ends up being just another Aqua Tail, and I will just overcharge as much as I can just in case they want to catch. So on the CMP I will always try to throw my moves, because I know that the CMPs can be won by my Pokemon, and most probably they're not gonna switch out on those CMPs. So on the plus side, I was counting their moves. I also know that they need always 4 of those mud shots to get to an Aqua Tail, so we managed to catch on our Whiskas, finish off now Quagsire, and do one more discharge to seal the deal up against that Pidgeot. Emolga is an amazing closer, and I'm definitely guaranteeing to you that if you use this team properly, you can easily get some pretty fun wins in Go Battle League and Summer Cup. Into the next battle now, trainers, with the Toxapex up in front. Eventually we switch out to our Whiskas, as I'm trying to catch one Sludge Wave most probably, but my opponent knows much better, switching out to the Grass type. Hello Grass type, goodbye Grass type, because Blizzard is coming up, and of course this move just doesn't care. My opponent at this point will throw a controversial Sludge Wave, but to be fair, even Brian would not finish us off. Another move is coming off, we can easily survive that. Another Sludge Wave, are you kidding me? So now my Mud Bombs have to do all the work here to finish off that Pokemon. On the end game, they end up having a Vigoroth of their own, which means that here we can easily grab some shields out of play with our moves. One Body Slam here to grab the first shield, and right after, why not go for the extra mile and the Rock Slide to guarantee the second shield out of their defense. So here comes now my Molga. I'm just feeling spicy here with my team. I was having a lot of wins at this point, so I was like, let's see how risky we can be here with our Emolga, and I'm just taking the next Body Slam as well, while we're still able to reach to the discharge for the knockout over Vigoroth. This team worked really well for me, and I really recommend to you, trainers. Now Chargeback is a controversial lead, because we might have access to that Rock Slide, but at the same time they can always outspeed to their moves. To my surprise, my opponent here goes first for the Crunch, which is a smart choice, because it might debuff my Pokemon, but it didn't, so we still have kinda the upper hand over here. I guess that straight X Scissor is a much better situation for Chargeback, but it is what it is. Anyways, now we can throw the Acrobatics, which is even with the debuff on our side, but we don't care at all, the damage output is still crazy. X Scissor now can easily be taken by our Pokemon, so as it seems they do not even have discharge. So I'm just gonna go ahead and try to reach to another move, but my opponent can easily farm me down. At this point, I'm just gonna return into the battle with my Whiskas, revealing it for the first time, and I guess that after that Crunch and the debuff, we need to protect our Whiskas from further harm. So I'm just gonna get my hands here on that Blizzard, and my opponent seals. This is absolutely horrible for me, because we spent so much energy on the shield, even though I was not expecting it. So now Whiskas can easily go in, survive the move, and I believe we can still still reach now to the Mud Bomb, but at the same point they also have the energy needed for the Body Slam, so I do not know if things could have been different here if they didn't block the Blizzard, but still my opponent absolutely outplayed me with an unexpected moveset on the Charger Bug. And speaking of Charger Bug, another one trainers on the next one, so let's see how well we can do right here. I decide to start baiting and my opponent will definitely not fall for it. However, a double Body Slam will still put them at a critical position at a point that they need to sacrifice their energy to finish us off. Now with Vigoroth out of the way, we have some problems against this Greninja, especially if they get the boost, because even though I'm an electric type, well, we are kinda glassy and those water shurikens are still gonna add up in damage. My opponent definitely wants to have the upper hand with that Greninja, so I'm expecting them to shield even more often than they already do. So if here comes now my T-Shirts on that final shield and they want to completely farm down, which is absolutely a mistake that we can definitely take advantage of. And now with only Feraligatr remaining at the very end, all that needs to be done is to reach to a couple of Mud Bombs and still guarantee the victory over our opponents. Hopefully we still have the shield, which means that the Hydro Cannon can easily be blocked. Now with Feraligatr out of the way, their next Pokemon stands no chance up against us, so I guess that they left this battle kinda earlier than I thought they would. Into the next battle now with that Skeletons up in front. This is obviously kinda of a weird lead because we might do super effective damage with our Rock Slides, but if they start blocking, well, those disarming voices might actually bring us no HP. On the plus side for them though, they have Crunch, which is absolutely good and great for this matchup because if they apply the debuff they can easily farm it down with a couple more Incinerates, but they hopefully do not get the debuff, so they need some extra more energy to complete the farm down. So at this point I'm just gonna spend one shield, and now with Venusaur coming in we can easily snipe it down with a Blizzard. Boom! Down goes Venu out of the way, and now let's see what they have at the back. This is absolutely awesome. I'm already smiling. Discharge for the win, and right after Skeletrix has nothing else to do here, so we're gonna take another big victory, and a pretty quick one. So Salazzle now up in front. This Pokemon is always a menace for my dreams because sometimes this one gets a little bit of extra hype on my opponent's side, and sometimes it can absolutely destroy down my team. Anyways, now Body Slam on their Vigoroth as they're trying to snipe me down. That's why I threw immediately my Body Slam just in case they switch out to a Pokemon that can easily one-shot down my already debuffed defensively Vigoroth. So yeah, that kinda works. Now with their own Vigoroth out of the way, all we can hope for here is that their final Pokemon can be at least neutral to my Emolga, and most of the times it will, because Emolga is a severe threat to the entire Summer Cup, so yeah, you have a lot of neutral matchups. Anyways, now we're just gonna come into the battle with Whiskas, and this Pokemon over here is still weak to Blizzard. So by blocking now correctly the Grass Knot, we can still reach to Blizzard before the Bullet Seed animation is completed. So down they go, they cannot even catch the move, and whatever they throw at this point, even if that is a Dragon Pulse, we can still survive, reach to the Mud Bomb, and with our big mustaches, we're gonna take an amazing victory. I'm telling you, Blizzard is super cool this season for Summer Cup. So into the next battle now, and the final one for the video, against a very weird lead, and that is Girafarig. This Pokemon was to be somewhat of a spice pick, but overall I can see that it makes a lot of sense in the meta. It's pretty neutral, it can debuff the opponent, and of course help its backline with its soft losses, because whatever follows up after all those debuffs can easily farm down with its fast attack. So yeah, Cradily is also a pretty good companion to Gamefreak. Anyways, perhaps I will make a video later on this season, and at this point I decide to go for that bait. That was a complete mistake and I do not want to spend a second shield over here. I should have gotten to my Blizzard, I don't know what I was thinking, and now Whiskas is out of the way. Now with that charge up coming into the game, I know that my only chance at winning is Emolga, and if we can survive one move with ease. My opponent here goes for the X-Scissor thinking that we were gonna block, but we're not gonna fall for this. Now with acrobatics we managed to guarantee the knockout, and they still have Cradily at the back. All we need to do here is to reach to a couple of acrobatics, and all we need to do that is to survive the following moves and of course outspeed to the next charge attack. Hopefully on the CMP, on the final one, and Emolga will guarantee the final victory for today's content. Thank you for watching, trainers, and for sticking around till the end. It really means a lot for my channel. Before you go, leave a huge like, subscribe to my content, and over here I have 2 more videos for you to check out. Feel free to check them out, and I will catch you up later into the next one.